Revelio.
Personally, I think if the thing you're best at is not monitoring, it means you're not fun.
My brothers and I prefer pumpkin juice rather.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind. Revelio.
Hey, it's me, Gareth. Do you have a moment?
Revelio. Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Have you ever had a cauldron leak? I didn't think it was possible. And then one minute, I was stirred. And the next, I was swimming in a water ocean. It wasn't my fault. I don't understand why people go on about it.
If I had to pick a favorite professor, I'd choose garlic. Underneath that chipper persona lies a brilliant herbological mind.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself. So few students know who I am these days. Eldridge Diggory, former Minister for Magic and founder of the Aura Recruitment Program, at your service. I believe you can help solve a decades-old murder, thanks to that book you found, and, in particular, its missing pages.
How do you know about the book? And the pages?
We portraits hear more than you might suspect, and most of us can keep a secret. So, what say you? Surely a Hufflepuff such as yourself would be inclined to help seek long overdue justice.
I'll do whatever I can.
Wonderful. I am pleased to have been right about you. My great-niece, Helen Thistlewood, can provide you with details. She's retired now, but was a skilled aura in her day. And the unsolved murder of which I speak was her case. I often visit my portrait in her home, in the nearby hamlet of Upper Hogsfield. Shall I tell her to expect you?
How could a few pages of a book help her solve an old case?
A boy disappeared with those pages, but they never found the body. A girl was convicted of his murder nonetheless. It seems those pages could exonerate her somehow. My great-niece can tell you more.
How could a few pages of a book help her solve it?
A boy disappeared with those pages, but they never found the body. A girl was convicted. It seems those pages could exonerate her somehow. My great-niece...
Can you tell me more about your great-niece?
Cream of the crop when it comes to auras. A star pupil here, and then an exemplary servant to the ministry. And her spark hasn't diminished one bit in her retirement. She and I often chat about old cases and our glory days. No offense, but it's nice to get away from the students and converse with someone who's familiar with my legacy.
When were you the Minister for Magic?
Over 100 years ago. 1733 to 1747, to be precise. The stories I could tell you. Didn't have the chance to do all that I could. I was in the midst of reforming Azkaban when my life was cut short by dragon pox. I was sneezing sparks to the bitter end.
I shall go and see her right away.
Brilliant. With what I suspect is your knack for hard work and her keen mind, both mysteries may be solved sooner than you think. I shall see you there, soon I hope.
Revelio.
Hogsmeade, here I come. Revelio. Abandoned long ago, no doubt. This must be the place Minister Diggory mentioned. Helen lives around here somewhere.
Here you are. I'm pleased to see you took my advice.
Revelio.
Madam Thistlewood, I met your great-uncle in his portrait in my common room. He sent me to speak to you.
I'm pleased you came. Uncle Eldridge believes the book you found and its missing pages may be relevant to an unsolved case from my time as an Auror.
Very well. I'm listening.
Decades ago, a student named Richard Jackdaw disappeared after going to meet a girl named Anne. They never found his body. When his headless ghost appeared briefly in Hogsmeade, wholly unaware of how he died, Anne was convicted of his murder and sent to Azkaban. It was in large part due to the testimony of a girl called Apollonia Black. Jealous of Anne, I think.
That sounds terrible, but I'm not sure how I can help.
Anne's alibi was somewhat labyrinthine. She said Jackdaw promised her adventure following a map he found on some pages he'd stolen from Peeves.
And you think Peeves ripped those pages from the book I found in the restricted section?
If my great-uncle is to be believed, yes. At least that's what the portraits at Hogwarts suspect. Anne insisted that Jackdaw had asked her to follow the map with him, but only after she solved a series of puzzles he'd prepared. Odd way to woo a girl. She swears she never even solved the first puzzle, so they didn't meet. Jackdaw's ghost vanished almost as soon as he appeared. Without Jackdaw's puzzle, pages, or remains, Anne was sent to Azkaban based solely on Apollonia's spurious testimony.
I don't understand. What can I do to help?
I believe Anne may have solved the first puzzle by now, but after spending time in Azkaban, she's a shadow of her former self. She won't speak to anyone she doesn't trust, and she trusts no one. If you, a student with a connection to the pages, like Jackdaw had, spoke to Anne, she might reveal new information.
What a horrible story. Well, if you think I can help, I'll come with you.
This is wonderful news. You are to be commended for your kindness and bravery. Fortunately, being a retired Auror has its benefits. We can apparate right to her. I've escorted ministers, professors, and many others to that blasted place. Never a student, I'll admit, but I will keep you safe.
Can you tell me more about Apollonia Black?
Wretched, vindictive girl, that one. Apollonia claimed that Anne threatened to kill the boy after he broke her heart. The Black family's power over certain people in the Ministry, along with the fact that Anne is Muggle-born, sealed her fate.
I'd like to know more about Anne.
That poor soul never was the brightest girl, and that lack of wit proved to be her undoing.
I half suspect Jackdaw and Apollonia were merely toying with her. Who could have known he'd end up dead?
She's not held up well in Azkaban. In some ways, she blames me for not proving her innocence. I'd like to clear her name if we can.
You said Jackdaw's ghost appeared briefly, then vanished. Where do you think he went?
I have no idea. Evidently, he was always a bit restless, going on and on about adventure. If I had to guess, he tired of Scotland and is somewhere on the other side of the globe by now.
Very well, let's go.
Steady yourself. We'll apparate together. Don't worry, I've never splinched anyone.
Do take care now, and tread lightly in that horrible place.
We'll be there in but a moment. That ought to keep them at bay for now. Though, be aware, you may feel a wave of despair. It will pass.
Thank you for the warning.
This really is a dismal place, but we'll be out of here soon enough. Now follow me. Mind your step.
Oh, I never thought I'd see the inside of Azkaban for myself.
Nasty Dementors. Not even I could convince the Ministry to send them off. There's no need for such monsters.
Careful around, Anne. She's been here a lot longer than the rest of us.
If I had my wand, I'd cast Crucio on the lot of you!
You don't scare me, young cur. They teach you so little of what you should know at Hogwarts.
Witch you're with has a dark cloud over her. I can feel it.
Who's there? Why torment me further?
No one at school's going to believe this.
Now remember, Anne has been here a long time. The Dementors aren't kind. Have patience and speak to her quietly and respectfully.
Are you Anne?
Who's there? Who speaks to me? Is that death finally come for me?
I'm a student from Hogwarts. I found the book that you said would exonerate you.
Ah, the book, the book. No one would look. None of the mages found the pages. Methinks the feckless knave meandered to his cave. My fate was surely sealed in Upper Hoggyfield.
Are you saying that the missing pages are in a cave near Upper Hogsfield?
Field, ruins house, a vault concealed.
A vault in some ruins near Upper Hogsfield. I suppose it can't hurt to look.
Can't hurt to look. Go find the pages from your book. Helen, know you're here. Come in closer, be a dear.
What is it, Anne?
You're hurt.
Go. The cave. You're safe now. You have what you need. I'll be all right once I get...
But Madame Thistlewood, all right, I'll find it. I'll find Jackdaw's cave. Revelio. Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this. Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Incendio. Revelio. Who lived here, I wonder? This must be the place and... Lumos. No one's been here for ages. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. found that clue. No. How did you do this, Jackdaw? No, that's not it. It's no wonder I never found that clue. No. How did you do this, Jackdaw?
Revelio.
Accio. No, that's not it. It's no wonder I never found that clue. Oh, that's done something. No. How did you do this, Jackdaw?
Accio.
No, that's not it. It's no wonder I never found that clue. No. How did you do this, Jackdaw? No, that's not it. It's no wonder I never found that clue. No. How did you do this, Jackdaw?
Accio.
No, that's not it. It's no wonder I never found that clue. No. How did you do this, Jackdaw? No, that's not it. It's no wonder I never found that clue. No. How did you do this, Jackdaw?
Accio.
No, that's not it. It's no wonder I never found that clue. No. How did you do this, Jackdaw? You couldn't outwit me, Jackdaw. Now, where's the clue you left behind?
Revelio.
A note from Jackdaw. Anne never found it. So how did he die? Was she to blame at all? This looks intriguing.
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw? I heard you disappeared years ago. You have some explaining to do.
I do? That was my puzzle you solved. What are you doing here?
A retired Auror, Helen Thistlewood, told me about a map you stole from Peeves, and then Anne told me about a cave.
You saw Anne? Broke my heart. I had to go on without her. Probably best for her in the end. Dare I ask? How is she?
She was imprisoned in Azkaban for your murder. I fear the Dementors have taken an irreversible toll on her.
What? Azkaban? Oh, poor Anne. I had no idea. I thought she'd written me off. I've been traveling the world for years to mend my broken heart. I came back here only recently. On a whim. I must speak to the Auror you mentioned and see how I can help Anne.
I'm glad to hear it. Before you go, would I still be able to find the pages with the map Helen mentioned?
I'm almost certain I dropped them in the cave the moment I was beheaded. They're bound to be mouldering away with the rest of me. Tell you what, meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you precisely where to find them.
If you don't mind my asking, how did you lose your head?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do find yourself in a cave, be prepared. I can't tell...
Helen mentioned Apollonia Black. Did she set up Anne?
Have you never met any members of the Black family? They can be rather vindictive. Once Anne showed an interest in me, Apollonia couldn't let it alone. That her own heart had grown cold simply didn't matter.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. He has a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles. Found them on the floor outside the library where he discarded them.
Thank you. I need to find those pages. To help a friend.
I shall see you there.
Revelio. This place has seen better days. Revelio.
He said it was a creature-induced injury, but I don't think so.
Revelio.
He was still trying to levitate himself without magic. I didn't know that was even possible.
Did he say what it was like at St. Michael's?
only a new student were to help me with my sad predicament.
I hope you were able to take care of everything I had. Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand. Good work. The done. If you wish to stay and practice. You seem to have the right end of the stick, but keep practicing. Expelliarmus may save your life one day.
How nice.
Revelio.
Where did I set my traps? Lower Hogsmeade? Well, if we're talking beasts, it's the Niffler that's the real fun.
Revelio.
Here I am, as good as my word.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see you. It would take the patience of a Hufflepuff to track down these pages.
Well said. Now, where do we go from here?
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise. Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say Intramuros. I think it's Latin. As you can imagine, I never paid much attention in school. Shall we?
Aside from the bird bath, anything else I should look for?
Indeed. A few landmarks, a stone bridge, a waterfall, and, if I recall, a lake. You'll see.
You've been very helpful. Thank you. Revelio.
Surprising how much of this is, rather unfortunately, coming back to me. Yes. You know, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering. Probably best I leave you to it. Simply stick to the path and keep a sharp eye out for that bird bath. Adieu. Is that Latin? Or Greek?
Nothing to do now but keep going.
Revelio.
The waterfall. For a thief, Jackdaw's surprisingly as good as his word. something oddly solemn about this place. Such regal creatures, stags.
Leviosa! Accio!
There it is, just as Jackdaw described.
What are you up to now?
Intramuros.
Aren't you a little far from home?
Ranrock knew you'd eventually lead us to whatever it is you're hiding. I shall avenge your death.
No risk those loyalists will report back to Ranrock now. Let's see where Jackdaw has led me.
Revelio. Revelio.
I wonder how big this place is. Impressive. That must be where this all leads. Someone didn't want casual visitors down here.
Revelio.
I wonder if any of my spells will help me through this.
Expelliarmus! Incendio! Accio! Leviosa! Expelliarmus! Accio! Incendio! Leviosa! Incendio! Accio!
Another puzzle. Oh, if Jackdaw could solve this, so can I.
Leviosa!
thing Jackdaw didn't fall down there. Not a headless skeleton in sight, but I may as well help myself to this. There it is. The bridge, it's almost complete. More spiders. These can't be what the head of Richard did. These spiders have multiplied since Jackdaw came this way.
Revelio.
I'll need to look around for the symbol. I must be getting closer to Jackdaw's remains. And those pages. We meet again, Richard Jackdaw. Thank you for keeping these pages safe all these years. Here it is. The map that brought your doom, Jackdaw. Is there something beyond this room? What's happening?
Revelio.
I've seen this before. In Gringotts and the restricted section. Where am I? Oh no. The room is starting to flood. How am I being protected? What sort of magic is this? I can only hope this magic protects me until I'm able to make my way out of here. What is this place?
Revelio.
Can it be?
Revelio.
It's you.
Has someone finally found our map chamber? I am indeed. I must confess.
I'm the same age that you and Isadora Morganach were when you started at Hogwarts.
You've paid attention. And, might I presume,
To see traces of ancient magic.
as you have likely realized by now, we can access expressions. Opportunities will arise that allow you to sharpen.
I won't, Professor.
We have much. But first, a map found in a certain book led you here.
I don't have the book with me, sir.
That's it. I'm afraid we must pause our conversation.
Very well.
Good.
Revelio.
I found the pages and the map chamber. Why would I need the book?
Revelio.
I'm back at Hogwarts. I wonder when Professor Fig will be back. I did promise him I wouldn't neglect my studies while he was away. Suppose I have enough to distract myself with till he returns with the book.
You need to learn Depulso, the banishing charm. Useful for pushing objects or adversaries away. Complete the required tasks.
Revelio.
The Daedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?